The Jougan has some of the best and jaw-dropping abilities that we couldn't catch in the time skip. However, we are going to be talking about them today. Have you ever thought about why Kawaki did not shrink Boruto's sword in the time skip, or how Boruto will be lucky enough in the anime to get everything back that he lost? The Jougan has some mind-blowing abilities and we just can't miss them out. So without wasting any time, let's get straight into it. So the first thing that we are going to be looking at is the comparison of Boruto's eye with that of Eida and Daemon's. All of them represent different phases of the moon. If we look at Eida's eye, it represents the form of a crescent. Daemon's represents a half-moon shape and Boruto is a full moon. Does that mean that their ocular powers are also moon-based? Well, to some extent, we can say that. In Eida's case, her power of clairvoyance could be a reference to the moon observing the earth over its entire existence. She is also capable of using her Senrigan to look anywhere around the world and also in the past. If we look at Daemon's powers, his reflection power could be another reference to the moon, which is also able to reflect its light. Hence, these references could be a key that both Eida and Daemon's powers are somewhat based on moon. Another character that can be made part of this discussion based on the symbolism of the moon, it will be Limitless Code and his blood-red eyes that seem to be an apparent reference to the blood-red moon. Now, the blood moon and its impacts, according to the history, seems to have a lot in common with Code's character in the Boruto series. According to the ancient times, the blood moon was thought to be an indication of something disastrous and bad that would happen afterwards. In some places, it is also thought to be an indication of the end times. So, if Code's blood-red eyes are a metaphorical reference to the blood moon, then there is a possibility that his future or the upcoming attack will bring no good for Konoha. His attack could be devastating for the village, exactly like something that would have happened if a blood moon were sighted. Since the Hokage has already been overthrown by Kawaki, the person who is assumed to die after Code's attack is none other than Sasuke along with his wife. Now, the Leaf Village had a very strong alliance to defeat Code and his army prior to Kawaki's betrayal. This alliance consisted of all the important members of the series, including Naruto, Sasuke, Eida, Daemon, Kawaki, and Boruto himself. However, Kawaki had moved out of line and sent Naruto to another dimension. Now, the Leaf is only left with 4 members, including Sasuke and Boruto, to defeat Code. Now, another thing that will unveil itself here is that out of 4 of these characters, 2 will be following Kawaki's footsteps for certain reasons. Which means that only Boruto and Sasuke will be left to have a one-on-one fight with Code and his army. If we look a little ahead of the time skip scene, meaning fast forwarding the scene, we can see that Boruto is wearing Sasuke's dress, which could be a clear sign of Sasuke's death in the fight. However, we also know for a fact that Code sooner or later will be defeated by Kawaki, as he can also be seen wearing Code's outfit in the time skip scene. So by now, we know for sure that Code will be playing a major role in the series in future, and the deeper meaning of his blood-red eyes and what sort of indication they might be giving to the audience. Before we step further to know about the secret moon-based abilities of the Jougan, there are 3 other symbolic meanings as well that the main characters of the series seems to inherit from the moon, which will be a stepping stone towards the awakening of the Jougan. So let's have a look at them. The first celestial meaning that we are going to discuss here is the transformation and change. Just like the moon undergoes different phases and changes itself throughout its course to become full, Boruto will also undergo the same transitions to awaken his Jougan. He will go from being a careless child who doesn't seem to be having any responsibility on his shoulders to a much responsible shinobi who will be ready to go any lengths when it comes to shouldering the shinobi world. This change can also be spotted in the time skip design where Boruto is not smiling at all, indicating that he will be much changed to what he is now. The second one is intuition and inner wisdom. Similar to the full moon's power to enhance someone's intuition abilities and how it connects them to their inner wisdom, the Jougan's awakening is also going to make a wise individual, since this divine power directly comes from a person who has reached their spiritual level. This is also a reason why Boruto has become so calm and composed against a person who is responsible for bringing disasters in his life. With this divine power, Boruto has found a way of handling his opponents in a much calm and composed way that does not require unnecessary rages and reckless fights. The last symbolism of the moon in order to awaken a Jougan explains the emotional intensity. What is considered as the most important aspect if someone wishes to awaken a Jougan is to overcome and be able to control their emotions. So the same applies here in Boruto's case. If Boruto wants to awaken his Jougan, he will definitely need to overcome the roller coaster of emotions before attaining this power. Another important symbolism of the Jougan that needs to be discussed here is the lunar power. Just like the moon, which is associated with white light and it is the light that shines in the dark, Boruto's Jougan will be having the same abilities. It is thought that Jougan will have the ability to block other powers as well, which in other words means that it will be capable of blocking Shinjutsu. This can be backed by the scene in the timeskip where Kawaki and Boruto are against each other and Kawaki's powers doesn't seem to be affecting Boruto. So this ability of the Jougan, that is to nullify other Shinjutsu, could be one of the most extraordinary powers that it could have. It is also thought that in future, Boruto will be having a Jougan beast as well if he successfully awaken his Jougan. If it happens, it would be something even more interesting for us to watch, as there is a possibility that the Jougan beast could be providing great advantages to Boruto in order to win over his enemies. Not only this, but another ability of the Jougan that fans will see in the future that will help Boruto to revive people and his village that was destroyed by the stupid decisions of Kawaki in order to gain power and control. We have seen that Boruto has lost pretty much everything in the series, including his parents, friends, and his village. At this point, it seems pretty impossible that everything will go back to how it was like before. Only a miracle will fix this whole situation in the series. And this is where the Jougan will step in. However, to achieve something like this will also cost something, for example the Jougan itself. But if Boruto is able to finish the darkness from the shinobi world and restore everything that was destroyed by Kawaki and Code's conflict, he won't need the Jougan anymore. So far, what we know about the Jougan is that it is able to see and sense the flow of chakra, similar to Sharingan skills. However, it can perceive the chakra root system as seen in the Byakugan. Because chakra is so important in the story, Boruto may use this ability to acquire information in defense and even offensive. Boruto, like Naruto, can detect negative energy due to his Jougan. He has the ability to see past the unseen barriers that separate two dimensions. The first is the physical realm in which the main plot is set, and the second is the linking dimensions that lies just beyond the first. The Jougan also allows him to forecast and pinpoint the location of the portals used by Otsutsuki clan members. According to a show animator, the Jougan is more powerful than the Byakugan and even the Tensegan. Boruto is already quite skilled, and with this powerful ability, he will emerge as a tremendous powerhouse in the series. And that's all about it. Let us know in the comments what you think of Boruto's Jougan. If you found the video interesting, then leave a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell for more such videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.